How to make the perfect Irish stew, a St. Patrick's Day essential. Want to impress your friends and family this St. Patrick's Day with an authentic Irish dish? Look no further than the classic Irish stew. This hearty, comforting meal is not only delicious, but also easy to make. We'll show you how to create this traditional dish step by step, ensuring your St. Patrick's Day celebration is a culinary success. Let's start by gathering our ingredients. For a traditional Irish stew, you'll need lamb, potatoes, carrots, onions, beef broth, and some herbs like thyme and bay leaves. First, cut your lamb into chunks and brown them in a large pot. This step is crucial as it adds depth to the flavor of your stew. Next, add chopped onions to the pot and let them soften. The onions will absorb the flavors from the browned lamb, creating a delicious base for your stew. Now pour in the beef broth. This will form the rich, savory liquid that brings all the flavors together. Add your vegetables, chunky pieces of potatoes and carrots. These hearty vegetables are the backbone of any good Irish stew. Toss in your herbs. A few sprigs of thyme and a couple of bay leaves will infuse your stew with classic Irish flavors. Now comes the most important part. Let everything simmer together for about 2 hours. This slow cooking process allows the flavors to meld and the meat to become wonderfully tender. After 2 hours, your Irish stew should be ready. The meat will be falling apart tender, the vegetables soft and flavorful, and the broth rich and hearty. Serve your Irish stew hot, ideally with a side of crusty Irish soda bread to soak up the delicious gravy. And there you have it, a perfect, authentic Irish stew for your St. Patrick's Day celebration. First, don't rush the browning process. Properly browning the lamb is crucial for developing rich flavors. Take your time and do it in batches if necessary to avoid overcrowding the pot. Next, be careful not to overcook the vegetables. Add them later in the cooking process to prevent them from turning mushy. You want them tender but still holding their shape. Lastly, don't forget to season your stew. While traditional Irish stew is simple, it still needs proper seasoning. Taste and adjust the salt and pepper towards the end of cooking for the best flavor balance. While making Irish stew is straightforward, there are a few common pitfalls to watch out for. Let's go through some tips to ensure your stew turns out perfect every time. Now that you know how to make the perfect Irish stew, it's time to put your skills to the test. Remember, cooking is all about practice and patience. Don't be discouraged if your first attempt isn't perfect. Each time you make this dish, you'll learn something new and improve your technique. By mastering this traditional Irish stew, you're not just preparing a meal, you're keeping a piece of Irish culinary heritage alive. So gather your ingredients, invite some friends over, and create a St. Patrick's Day celebration to remember. Thank you for watching our guide to making the perfect Irish stew. We hope you found it helpful and inspiring. Don't forget to subscribe for more traditional recipes and cooking tips. Happy St. Patrick's Day and Sláinte!